We are back at it again. I'm pretty sure y'all have been seeing these videos circulating on social media, on YouTube, whatever platform that you like to view. You've seen Don Lemon acting the fool. Who is Don Lemon? Well, he is the anchor, whatever you want to call him, the reporter, or so he thought he was, that was kicked off of CNN. He was fired from CNN, I would say about a year ago. Now, Don decides he wants to join a group of protesters who decided to go into a church. Yeah, y'all heard me correctly. They decided to bum rush a church. Why? Because they're idiots. It's that simple. They're idiots. You know there's a group of dumb people. Matter of fact, I would say half of the people in this country are stupid and dumb. We all know this. It's a fact. They're stupid and they're dumb. See, there is a difference between being stupid and being dumb. These people are actually both. Now, Don Lemon, he decides to join them. I've always known Don Lemon was a dumbass. I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it honest. I've always known he was. So Don Lemon joins them in this protest and claims that he is just reporting the news. It's funny how you want to report this type of news, but the other stuff that actually matters, he's nowhere to be found. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, we're definitely not going to send Don Lemon after them. Let's see what Don Lemon has to say for himself. Well, this is just a clip where he calls himself interviewing the pastor of this church, and things turn left real quick.
What do you think of it?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
But there were folks who will.
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're here. That's what we're about.
Do you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a
no
Christian?
one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to
Unless you're here to
chronicle what
worship.
happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Look at this. I need y'all to take a hard look. This is the face of a man who has no morals. No, none at all. Y'all gotta understand, it's easy for you to label yourself as a Christian, as a Muslim, as any other type of faith that you want. It's easy to label yourself as such. But do you actually practice it? I would say no. Don doesn't practice what he preaches. Don does not practice Christianity. Don Lemon practices what Don Lemon wants to practice, and it's not that. Trust and believe. We're not going to get into what Don Lemon practices. But if you know who this man actually is, then you would know exactly what type of lifestyle, what type of life, what type of person he is. I've seen several interviews where he was made a fool of because he didn't come with facts. Those he was interviewing and he was trying to get a gotcha moment from, they came with facts. And so they knew exactly what they were talking about to the point where he had to start lying. Yeah, he started lying. He made up lies to make himself seem more plausible, to make his theory seem more plausible. Yeah, his argument seem more plausible. This is what he does. And when he's caught in the lies, instead of actually admitting to it, he doubles down on them. I've seen him do this myself. Yeah, most of the things that he speaks on, he has no knowledge of. And so if you have knowledge of said thing and you correct him, he's not going to say, well, you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm sorry for not speaking the truth and making up lies about whatever subject we were discussing. No, this is who he is. And to me, this is despicable. It's disgusting. It doesn't matter what faith you are. You need to respect other people's boundaries. You need to respect other people's faiths. Now, you notice that he would not go into a mosque and do this? No. Don Lemon isn't stupid. He's not that stupid. Because we did say there are stupid and dumb people out here. He's not that stupid. See, he knows not to go into a mosque and do this because he might actually have to fight in order to get out of the mosque. But these people here, they're just there to worship, which again, if you're worshiping, I respect you 100%. You are free to worship whoever it is you want. But Don Lemon is not happy with this. Why? Because this pastor is supposedly in bed with ICE. Now, Don went on to his show to do what? He went on to his show to discuss exactly what happened here. And that's what we are about to speak about. Because as you will see, Don invites someone else who I'm not really fond of at all. This man right here, DL Hughley. So now you have Don Lemon and DL Hughley. And I need y'all to listen to what they discuss and how they go into victim blaming and how they go into, well, two wrongs make a right. This is exactly what they are going to discuss, how two wrongs make a right. So just because one thing happened in the past means that you can do it now, because who's to say that the people it's happening to now can say anything about it? Because when it was happening to another group of people, they didn't say anything. They didn't say much about it. Well, they are absolutely wrong. But I'll let y'all be the judge and see exactly what I'm talking about.
The support that I got and the encouragement saying, we got your back. Don't worry about it. The number of attorneys who are like,
I need y'all to look and see exactly who is commenting. I need y'all to look and see exactly who's commenting on his platform. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
slam dunk, you better call us. We're going to mobilize civil rights attorneys, huge attorneys. So, you know, we'll see what if I need any of that or any of that happens, but it just makes you feel good, especially the people who fought for our freedom, for civil rights, and who actually worked with Dr. King, reaching out and offering their support. So that means a lot to me, the world to me.
Thank you for standing up for us. Keep making noise. What are they? What is he standing up for? What is he standing up by going into a church with protesters who are protesting ICE? These people just want to cause havoc. They're antagonizers. They have been antagonizing ICE agents. They've been antagonizing the law. They've been antagonizing the current administration, the president. They have been antagonizing anyone and everyone in sight. Why? I'm glad you asked. It is because they actually want something bad to happen. So then they can have a reason to cower and start to scream foul and scream that they are victims. This is how these people operate. They throw stones and then they hide their hands. This is how these people operate. See, once you defend yourself, they become the victims. Then you got CNN, MSNBC, you have all the other news platforms. What do? They start to cover whatever happens to them as news. But the shit that they're doing before then, no, they don't cover it. Of course not. But as soon as they hide their hands and they start to cry foul and start to cry and blame others because they're victims, that's when you start seeing it all over the news. We all know that the media ain't shit nowadays. They're not. They haven't been shit for years, honestly.
Person that means the world to me is my brother from another mother who is always there. And when I need to talk to someone I need someone who's been there, I call it old head.
He described him as my brother from another mother. When's the last time you heard somebody use that bullshit line? Never, right? Nobody even speaks like that anymore. That's how you know they're fake. My brother from another mother. That's how you know they're fake. Nobody says that shit anymore. No one. But he's going to say it because he doesn't actually mean it. See, they're victims at arms. in arms. That's what they are. This is how they associate with one another. They have that in common. They're victims.
Just before the show and cheered me up. And DL, come on into the program.
Hey, baby boy.
You on screen next to what?
Hey, baby boy.
Yeah, I've never been next to a black
You gotta
Klansman
be
before.
kidding. You gotta be kidding me.
Don Lemon's gonna start Black Klansman 2.
That was
crazy.
funny. That was funny.
Crazy.
Hey, DL Hughley hasn't been funny since I was in diapers. And that was a long time ago. He ain't been funny since I was shitting in diapers. That's been a long time ago. But he still thinks that, well, actually, he doesn't think that he's a comedian anymore because now you see what he's gone into, the political sphere. Now he wants to be a politician and a podcaster. That's the lane that he chose now because he knows he's not funny anymore. So he became the victim of everything because let him tell it, black people are the victim of everything in life. Everything. We're victims. That's what we are. Listen to him.
Crazy.
So you saw what's happening, right? You probably know more about it than I do because I've been so busy all day. What do you think?
I do. I think this is an example of them perverting Dr. King's legacy and the history of civil rights and the history of race relations in this country to their own ends. It's interesting that people are angry with you for, I guess Black Lives Matter found out that somebody associated with the church in St. Paul was the acting director of ICE, and Black Lives Matter staged the protest that you happened to cover. But what's more interesting is Black Lives Matter was protecting and fighting for the rights of Renee Good, a white woman, while All Lives Matter were paying money to her murderers. And so it's just that we find ourselves, and it is Dr. King's birthday, and we're honoring it. But we got to remember, Dr. King gave a speech. One of his famous speeches was a eulogy for 4 black girls that were killed in the Birmingham church bombing. So, you can't use church. They're angry at you using church for a speech, but black churches have been bombed. In 1996, there were 200 black churches that were burned.
Do y'all hear what he's going to? 1996. There have been black churches that was bombed. It's 2026, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. 1996? Do y'all know how long 1996 was? He wasn't even funny back then. But he wants to bring up churches being burnt in 1996, and here it is, 2026. I'm telling you, matter of fact, keep listening to him speak, because I guarantee you, he's going to bring it to 400 years ago. I guarantee you, when we were slaves and our slave masters used to whip us and we couldn't do anything about it, I guarantee you he's going to bring it to back then. Because this is what these people do. We're slaves. This is where we came from. Slavery. And we're victims. The white man this, the white man that. Yes, these are your leaders. Well, not you exactly, because you wouldn't be watching this video if you believed in this bullshit that these two people spew all over social media, because that's what they do. They want you to believe that you're a victim.
12 years ago, Dylan Roof slaughtered 9 people at a church.
12 years ago. Now we're talking about Dylan Roof. I forgot all about Dylan Roof. This shit happened. We know it happened. So what do? You blame every white person for some shit that one did? For some shit that a group did? Seriously? What is wrong with these people? It's their mentality. The victimhood is real.
So you can burn churches, you can shoot churches, you can bomb churches, but don't protest the church.
Look who's commenting. I need y'all to look and see who's commenting.
Wait, talk.
Nobody masculine is going to comment on this shit. I guarantee you. No masculine person, no masculine man is going to comment on this shit. Keep watching.
More about that, but don't protest the churches. I mean, they weren't so mad when you protested and bombed the black churches. So what are you saying explicitly, specifically?
I think Jesus protested in his temple.
Now we're going back to Jesus. Jesus protested.
He didn't like the greed and corruption we saw. There are 2 times in the gospel Jesus protested twice. So if he can do it, you can too.
Yeah.
In a church?
Are the very people who tried to, this administration tried to get courts to allow them to arrest migrants in church.
Y'all got to think about this too. These are the same people who advocate for deleting babies. These are the same people who protest, who will go out there with signs, with pickets. They will protest, fight, rage to delete babies, to allow women to delete babies. These are the same people. And then they turn around and start to speak the gospel to you and say that Jesus protested because Jesus did what? Did he advocate for deleting babies? Is this what we're doing now? And another thing about these types of people is that they always use the gospel whenever it suits their agenda. Whenever they want to push some bullshit, yeah, that's when they start to repeat the gospel. All of a sudden, they're children of God. Yo, let's be honest, man. He's talking about Jesus wanted us to protect and respect the stranger. If someone breaks the law and comes into this country illegally, guess what they have to do? They have to deport them and send them back to where they came from, because there's a right way and a correct way to do it. It's just that simple. Not to mention, I just saw a video today where Obama was at a rally and people were talking shit to him about deportations. Why? Because he deported 5 million immigrants, the most out of any president. But you want to know what's funny though? They're not going to say shit about that. Nothing at all.
He didn't say, hey, after all that, throw them in vans and drive them to Venezuela. He didn't say that.
Yes, you're right. And look, I want you to stand by because I want to bring someone in.
DL spitting truth.
And that is Mr. Attorney General. Are you there? The Attorney General of Minnesota, Mr. Keith Ellison, is here. Thank you, Attorney General, for joining me. Thank you for joining DL.
We don't even need to go any further into this Attorney General because we all see with these 3 pictures aligned right here, you already know the mentality that these people have. These 3 gentlemen have. We already know victim, victim, victim. That's all it is. Migrants, illegal immigrants are victims. Yes, they're victims. They came into the law illegally, but they're still victims. A woman who tries to run a man over with a car and gets dealt with, a victim. Victim, victim, victims. But here's the crazier part that you probably haven't thought about either. What about those victims that passed away due to being slain by an illegal immigrant? Do y'all notice how they don't advocate for any of them? They don't speak on behalf of them? And they're not going to. Why? Because it doesn't suit their agenda. It doesn't. Those are victims as well, but it doesn't suit their agenda. The agenda that these people are trying to push is that we should allow chaos into this country. We should be lawless, defund the police, no officers. Let's just all sleep with each other, delete as much babies as you want to delete while wearing COVID masks. Because that's exactly what these people, oh, don't forget getting 30 jabs. Let's not forget that. They want you to get 30 jabs as well. They want you to listen to daddy government because they want to be controlled by the government. They want the government to control their lives, while simultaneously claiming that the government ain't shit. Make it make sense. Which one is it? You want daddy government to run your life, or is the government not shit? Either way, if it pertains to them being a victim, trust and believe they're going to claim to be victims. That's what these people are, and that's what these people do. I implore you not to be like these people, please. Do your homework, do your research, and go read a book, because a lot of people do not read anymore. Y'all sit up and y'all listen to shit like this all day, and y'all listen to the bullshit that people like this spew, and you take it as the gospel. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.